What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over IHNY 2 by Baby Audio. If you were a fan of the original IHNY style compressor by Baby Audio, you are going to love this one. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so when you open up the GUI, it is going to look like this. It's a very minimalistic looking GUI, but it definitely gets the job done. So when you look right here at the Baby Audio letter at the top, if you click on that, it will bypass the plugin for you. So that's a good feature. Below that, we have oversampling. So you have 1 times, 2 times, and 4 times oversampling. Next to that, we have solo. So you can solo on or off the XY axis. Right here, you can load your presets or you can save your presets. Right here, we have a tooltips button. So when you click this tooltips on, anytime you hover over anything, right up here at the top, it'll let you know exactly what that does. So that's a nice feature. We love that. You can save whatever you are working with as your default, and then you can reset to the regular default right here. You have your XY axis, so you have wet and dry, and then you have minimum and maximum. Down here, you have your tweak. So if you hit that tweak button, it's gonna bring up all your controls underneath the hood. So you're looking at your attack and your release for the compression. You have your ratio right here. You have your punch amount. You have harmonics control. You have shape control. You have a tilt EQ control. And then you also have this preserve feature over here as well. So I made a little sample beat as always using IHNY 2 on the drums. The beat is definitely not all the way mixed down. I'm kind of transitioning the second half of the beat into a drill beat. So I haven't really EQ'd or done anything with the mix, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. I do want to mention that the intro price of the IHNY 2 is going to be $39.99. But if you have the original IHNY compressor and you do want to upgrade to this one, it will only be $19.99 for your upgrade. Let's go ahead and hop back into IHNY 2 and check it out. So when we hop back into IHNY 2, again, this is what it looks like. A cool thing about this is that when it does play, it does light up and you do get some animation. So it looks like this. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and check out the IHNY and see what it's doing. So that same drum pattern, once I bypass it, sounds like this. And then once I bypass it, so on this beat, I actually use a different drum on the beat, but for the demonstration, I just want to kind of show what this thing can do for your kick drums and how it can make them definitely punch and hit a little bit harder. So I went and found like the weakest kick drum I have, and that's it. But with this plugin, we can sculpt and we can shape a kick however we want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit this little button right here in the corner. Boom, and that's going to take us back to our default preset, which is basically no effects on the drum bus. So again, that drum bus sounds like this. So super weak drums. But when we come down here and we start looking at controls, we have your attack. So again, we can turn the tooltips on, and if you don't know what the stuff is, it'll tell us. So the attack, obviously it's gonna set how fast the compression engages, and the release is the reverse effect. So it sets how fast the compressor disengages. I'm gonna leave these settings as they are for right now. Next to that, we have ratio. So what I also wanna do is I wanna turn this wet up, and I'm gonna put it over here because I wanna exaggerate the effect, and then I can pull back from there. So let's go ahead and push play. All right, so now we're gonna mess with this ratio and we're gonna turn it up and down. So you should hear clear as day that the lower the ratio, it's letting more transients and let more dynamics through. So just keep that in mind as you're messing with this as well. But let's go ahead and turn this punch up now. So now we're gonna mess with this punch. So now you can hear with that how it's making that initial transient more punchy. So it's rounding out that transient so that it'll punch through the mix a little bit more. So I'm going to push play, and then I'm going to turn off the bypass real quick so that you can hear an A/B comparison. So you can hear clear as day, it's just making it so much more punchy. The next to that, you have harmonics. So with the harmonics, it's going to add gain reduction depending on harmonic saturation. So let's go ahead and push play and turn this up a little bit. So again, I'm going to A/B that so that you can just see how far we've come with this kick that was super weak in the mix and how it sounds now. So again. So it's just making that kick thump. And again, you don't have to push it as much as I'm pushing it now. This is just for demonstration purposes. But let's go ahead and come over to shape next. Shape is going to emphasize high and low frequencies in the signal. So as you can hear, the shape is just making the sound pop so much more as you mess with this dial. Next to that, we have tilt. So tilt shifts the compressor's focus towards the low or high frequencies. So you can tilt it one way or you can tilt it the other. So basically it sounds like this. So you can hear it's changing the focus right there when you use that tilt feature. And then right here, you have the high and low preserve. So basically what this does is it leaves all frequencies below the cutoff point uncompressed. So if I was to move this over here, everything underneath the compression line isn't going to be compressed. So you can hear how that's just making it thump so much more as well. We'll mess with the high side as well too. I mean, so as you can see, this thing can definitely make any drum thump. And then if that's too much for you, again, you can use this XY axis and you can dial in as much as the IHNY 2 compressor as you want. So you can hear clear as day, you're getting a completely different sound in your drums by just moving this XY axis around. It sounds like a completely different kick drum. You know, one more time, just for clarity. All right, guys, so that's basically the plugin for you guys in a nutshell. Sorry I couldn't go through any presets, but I got a beta version of this plugin, so there was no presets with the beta version. For me, I do think that this is a solid plugin for your drums. If you are into parallel compression for your drums, very solid. You can also use this plugin on more than just drums. So you can use it on a mix bus, or you can use it on a vocal bus to give those vocals or that mix a little extra oomph as well. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.